when it comes to the gut and hormones, we hear this a lot about limiting stress. What are some of the just practical advice, and what do you tell, you're a mom of three, you understand this, you're working, life is really challenging for all of us. So I would love to hear kind of your advice on stress and how you approach it, and what are some of the kind of non-negotiables maybe that you lay out for those that you're helping with PCOS, but just for health in general.
So three things come to mind. I do feel like our modern just day life lends itself better to stress 1,000%,
Yeah.
so much more than
Yeah.
previous generations. And I'm going to just call this out, this lovely
Yeah.
little device. So many of us are working from home now, and our work
Yeah.
never shuts off.
Yep.
So one of the best pieces of advice is to unplug more often.
Mhm.
Our brains are overstimulated all the time, and we
Mhm.
no longer allow ourselves to be bored. Right.
Mhm.
So if we're standing in line for the bank, or we're standing in line for the post office, or we're waiting at an airport, we're all doing this, and we're taking in
Yeah.
information, answering emails. It's like a scramble. So
Yeah.
my best number one thing is to really have just a come to Jesus moment with yourself and understand how much you're on your device, and
Yeah.
find areas of opportunities to disconnect
Yep.
and really unplug, and make that stimulation, just drive that down. I always
Mhm.
talk about scrolling yourself to bed and scrolling yourself awake is one of the
Yeah.
worst things that you can do for your
Yeah.
mental health, your energy, your sleep, your stress, your sanity.
Yeah.
So that's a hard habit to break. But these are
Mhm.
things you don't have to do tomorrow. But just think about, marinate,
Yep.
and just think about how you can make small, steps to kind of improve that. Number two, nature, being outside in
Mhm.
nature. We spend more of our lives indoors than ever before. And we have study after study after study showing
Yeah.
that we are happier when we're outside. So
Yeah.
you don't have to go become like a PCT hiker, or do anything crazy, but finding ways to spend more time outdoors.
Yep.
And the other thing that I will say too is hobbies. I feel like so many of us now, with the hustle
Mhm.
culture and the social media, content creation, and we have lost connection with hobbies, and we've
Mhm.
stopped prioritizing things that we do strictly for joy. We do things to make a buck, or to, for
Mhm.
a like.
Yeah.
So think about how you can incorporate in, even if you have no, like welcome to my life, like zero time, carve it out. It's
Yeah.
important. Find something that you really enjoy doing. And even if it's once a week, 1 hour, do that, because hobbies bring us joy. And all of these things, when I'm talking about joy and happiness, can decrease our stress. Sort of very indirectly.
What are some of the, just core pieces of advice and initial things that you encourage your patients with?
Your body is not failing you. You
Mhm.
just have to figure out an approach that feels better for your body
Mhm.
and helps you start thriving again. So
Mhm.
so many of us can feel like we've tried everything, or if we're new to this, it's completely overwhelming. We're just on information
Yeah.
overload. So I just want to give hope to say that I was once where you are. I was
Mhm.
once exactly where you are. Told I would never have children naturally,
Mhm.
50 plus pounds overweight, no
Mhm.
idea what to do, what direction to go towards, why all of a sudden I feel like I gained so much weight overnight.
Mhm.
And there is so much hope that you can heal. And
Mhm.
PCOS, you can put it into remission by taking
Mhm.
the right steps when it comes to how you're living, how you're eating, how you're thinking about yourself, your body, your food,
Yeah.
everything. So there is hope. And not to say that I'm, ever standing at the top of this mountain, looking down and
Yeah.
I've made it. PCOS is a journey,
No one
and I
is.
still
Yeah.
struggle. Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't feel like you have to chase this perfection. It's really something that we have to continuously manage. But once we understand the foundation, it becomes easier. It becomes so easy.